I'm getting ready to begin our vintage TV. This is project number 1 in Creative Split Screens. So I've already set up a folder here on my desktop. This is where I'm going to build my file. So I've downloaded the media files and I put them into this folder called Media Files Vintage TV. So let's launch After Effects. We'll start a new project. Let's immediately save this project and name it. Save as. I will go ahead and name this project Vintage TV. And notice that I've already got my folder here with my media files, so I want my After Effects project to appear right next to it. Let me double check that on my desktop. So here I am inside the Vintage TV project folder. I have the After Effects file and I have my media files. So I'm all set here. When I'm in After Effects, I'm going to start in this window. This is the project window where all of my project-related files will appear. I'm going to start by importing. On the Mac, that keyboard shortcut is Command-I. You can also get there just by double-clicking, and this will open up a window where you can now pull in assets. We talked about assets as being any supplemental file type that you might need for your After Effects project. I'm going to select my folder, make sure here's my After Effects file right here. I want to pull in these two media files. So I'm just going to highlight them both and open them. And now you'll notice that they appear right here. So one very basic element of an After Effects project is what we call a composition. A composition is kind of like a staging area where you can begin to pull in the various assets or create new tracks that will then be combined into your final image. So we have a few ways that we might start a new composition. One way is to come up to the composition window and say New Composition. This opens up this dialog box where we now have to create some settings for our new composition. Now in our case, I am going to start a composition in a slightly different way. I'm going to cancel this new composition. I'm going to show you another way to start this composition. Now this is going to be our basic layer for this composition. So here's another way that we can begin a new composition. I'm going to highlight this and drag it on top of this small icon down here. And when you see that icon changing colors, release it and it automatically starts a new composition. It's really that simple. And this composition has been built based on the settings of this layer. So we didn't have to select any of the dimensions or anything like that. It automatically matched up to this layer. And you'll notice here in our project window, we have our alpha layer, we have the video layer, and we now have this small composition icon here. So this is our composition. It's named after the first layer that we dragged into there. So we have our TV alpha layer, and now I want to add this little video clip. I'm going to drag it into our composition as well. Here's our video right here. So if we scroll through here, we can see, okay, there's our moving picture. The problem is that it's appearing on top of the TV screen. What I'd like it to do is to have the TV screen be on top and have this video appearing behind the TV screen. To do that, I need to change the order of the layers. The order of the layers really does make a difference in After Effects. You'll notice that the video layer is the first layer in the hierarchy, and so it's appearing on top of the TV alpha layer. So to reverse that, I'm just going to grab it and drop it down one layer. So now you can see this video is now playing behind the TV screen. So the next thing that I want to change about this composition is that the video here is in the exact center, but I want it to appear in the middle of my TV screen, which is off-centered. So to do that, I'm going to change its position. Now if we go here to this little triangle, we can twirl it down and you'll see this tab called Transform. What I want to influence right now is the position of this. So I can drag these values here. I can drag it a little to the left, and I think it needs to move a little up in space too. So something around there looks like it's filling all of the corners of this TV set. So I just changed the position by dragging these values here. Another way that I can do that, as long as this track is highlighted, I can do the same thing by using the arrow keys on my keyboard. So right now I'm clicking the left-right arrows. I can move the up-down arrows as well to do the same thing. And you'll notice that as I'm doing that, the values are changing in this section. Everything that you see here under this Transform menu is a property. We'll be talking a lot about that in future lessons. For now, the only thing that we're going to look at is that position. So try this out, and when you have built your own vintage TV After Effects composition, join me in our next tutorial where we will try out adding an effect to the video layer.